Price is yet another variable or parameter under marketing mix for product marketing mix or service marketing mix. Price is the amount a consumer pays against the product or services he wants to utilize to satisfy his needs or wants. Understand, price is one of the key or important variable in creating demands for the product. Understand, if the prices are too high, consumer tend to buy less. If the prices are too low, consumer consumes or try to see it as an average product. So it erodes profitability, but the impact in the minds of consumer is relatively less also. So what is the right pricing at which the product has to be sold is the one of the most critical decisions every business has to take into consideration. Hence, every businesses has to take an utmost care in order to fix the price of the product. Now understand, products prices can be dependent on various parameters, starting with the price or the cost of production. So one of the key parameter of deciding the product price is basically the price of or the cost of the product. Second, the amount the consumer is ready to pay or willing to pay for the product. On that basis, your own cost and consumers' willingness will decide the price of the product. Well, consumers' willingness to pay a certain price for the product basically depends upon its value in the minds of the consumer, and second, its utility to the consumer. I'll give an example. Let's talk about cell phone. Now, for the same feature in a cell phone, which product will be sold at a higher price? An Apple phone or an Oppo phone? Correct. The Apple phone for same feature will be sold at a higher price in the market because of, first, the value of Apple phone in the minds of consumer, or the brand value of Apple phone in the minds of consumer is very high. Consumer is very well aware that the product will be sleek, nicely designed, higher quality experience and all sort of things. On the contrary, even though the Oppo phone is also good, but the relative brand value or utility or image associating yourself with an Oppo phone and associate oneself with the Apple phone is different, and hence the consumer will be willing to pay higher because of its brand image value in the minds of consumers is high. Hence, the product pricing is decided through the cost of the product and the consumer's willingness based on its brand value and utility in the minds of consumer. To higher the price, it will lose out on potential customer base. To lesser the price of a specific product or services, understand it will badly hamper the profitability of the business. Hence, what is the right price for the product is an utmost important decision for every organization. Competitors' pricing also plays an important role in fixing the price of the product. I happen to remember one thing, that during certain phase, Wheel and Tide were fighting as a price war. Wheel used to say you can get 1 kg of detergent in 42 rupees. So Tide came up with saying you can get 1 kg of detergent in 40 rupees. So Wheel has reduced it to 39, they have reduced it to 38, and that's where they were fighting for price just to attract the customers. So competitive environment or competitive pricing also plays a role in fixing the price of the product. So, in nutshell summary, yes, price is yet another important variable under marketing mix, whether it is for product mix or for service mix. Well, one of the key aspect or importance of pricing is that pricing impacts the demands for the product. Hence, every organization has to take utmost care in fixing or reaching to the exact price of the product. There are various aspects are taken into consideration while fixing the product, like the cost of the product, and apart from that, the consumer's willingness to buy the product at a specific price. This consumer's willingness depends on the brand value or value in the minds of the consumer and its utility to the consumers. The higher the price, there are likely chances that the potential consumer base will reduce, because higher the price, less will be the demand. And lesser the price, though demand will be high, but it will affect what profitability of the organization. Hence, a right price for a product is a very critical decision for every business.